Hi, I'm Peter Talliard.
Hi, I'm Yamandi Talliard. We've been doing CrossFit for about a year and a half now, I would say.
Yeah, this is putting me on the spot. How did we discover CrossFit?
It's all his fault.
Guilty as charged, I guess. Like most people, I clubbed gym for many years with the illusion that I'm fit and strong and healthy. I then decided to go the whole personal trainer route, paid through my neck. So those that complain CrossFit is expensive, you haven't been at a personal trainer. And interestingly enough, this guy said he went to a CrossFit box. I had no idea what that meant. And he got kicked out because the coach at a box called CrossFit Jozi kicked him out of the jumper program because he was copying the workouts from the main exercise. He obviously hasn't discovered the internet yet. So out of interest, I just looked up CrossFit, saw it was interesting. At that stage, the games were on. Looked it up on ESPN, and shit, I thought, well, why not? Grabbed Yamandi, another mate, Alan, and yeah, we joined in 2012, and we've been going strong ever since.
Yeah, we've definitely been going strong, and we can definitely see all of the health benefits that this has brought to our life. And especially on my side, I have to say, strangely enough, it's taught me quite a bit how to manage stress. Don't get the headaches anymore, sleep a lot better. So it's awesome from that point of view.
Hi, I'm Chris.
I'm Amanda.
We've been at CrossFit for 8 months. 9 months if you count the jump up.
I don't.
Yeah, no. We actually discovered CrossFit separately. I used to be at a different gym, and there was a CrossFit group that used to be next to us, and I thought, oh my god, what the hell are these things doing? A few months later, I saw CrossFit Games on ESPN, and I thought, I've got to get into that. From there, Mandy found it, and there we go.
He lies. I didn't find it. I forced him to try it. But I found it through watching ESPN and watching the games, being totally impressed by the level of fitness that these guys and ladies were getting up to. So I had to do some research and found CrossFit Jozi, and yeah, rest is history.
Yeah, and CrossFit obviously comes with a lot of challenges as well. I think anything starting off, I just got my first skipping pull-up about 2 weeks ago, super excited about that. But one of my big challenges at this point still is commitment. Just getting underneath that bar, committing to it. Oh, you get so nervous when the weight gets heavy. But hopefully I can work on that also and get a little bit stronger towards the end of the year.
Yeah, my biggest challenge, I think humility is actually a massive challenge in CrossFit, especially in the beginning. You see so many fast gains, and then you get this idea that you are CrossFit and you're able to do most things, and you do a workout like we've just done, 14.2, and it humbles you. It fattens you and makes you realize you've got a hell of a long way to go, especially if you start looking at the scores that the pro athletes put up. I just say my biggest challenge is to always remain humble and always enjoy it. I tend to forget that sometimes.
Yeah, and you know what, with all that being said and done, we keep on coming back for more. It's that just trying to work harder, trying to improve yourself, and then this awesome community just keeps on bringing you back into it. The support that they give you, just the friendships that you form also, it's, I think, for life.
For me, what gets me coming back is the people. Obviously, I've only just said the community. For years in the gym, never spoke to one person, get there, pick up the weights and focus on yourself. Here you live for everyone else, and you support where you can, and you cheer on where you can. And yeah, that definitely makes me come back. The fitness is the sideline, to be honest.
Biggest challenge at CrossFit was, for me, the paleo diet. In the beginning, the first 2 months, it was difficult, but thereafter it's actually been the best food I've ever eaten in my life.
Biggest challenge, I think everything. I came to CrossFit very, very unfit, very weak. So everything that I do, from box jumps to pull-ups to push-ups, anything weight related, is a challenge. But it gets easier and easier every day.
Most significant change in health, I think for me, since I started, I've lost about 25 kilograms. Unfortunately, I don't have a benchmark on what the body fat was, but that's definitely the biggest one for me.
Most significant change is definitely weight loss. Also about 20 kgs in the last 8 months. So that's pretty awesome. I sleep a hell of a lot better. I used to battle a lot with sleeping, and now I think after each session I just can't stay awake, so I just go straight to sleep.
One word to describe myself, I'd stick with happy. That's definitely a good summarized version of myself.
Yeah, most of the words, I've asked around what word describes me, because I'm decided on wordless, to be honest. I didn't like any of the words. I'm a bit of a temperamental guy, so it depends on the flavor of the hour, I guess. I had difficult, I had a few bleeps as well, I can't mention them. I would say complicated, but yeah, I think wordless is still the best. That's me.
What keeps us coming back? Definitely the crowd here. They're awesome, and the coaches. They are definitely the best.
The people here are great. I think the coaching is awesome. I've seen a couple of coaches in action outside of the gym. Not our coaches, but other coaches. And I definitely think our coaches are the top. People here are absolutely amazing, very motivating. It's the vibe, it's absolutely everything it's like a second home.
One word to describe myself. At CrossFit, clumsy. I think I've hit my head on every single thing in this gym. Bars, walls, floor, so that's definitely my one word.
The one word to describe me, amazing. No, I actually don't have one, because I've asked a lot of people and they all come back with something different, so just push them all together and I get amazing.
And then obviously outside of CrossFit, we do have a life as well, although it does involve a lot of our CrossFit friends. I definitely like socializing after doing a CrossFit walk, getting together with my friends, most of the CrossFit people. So yeah, just enjoying life outside of the box as well.
Fly fishing, simple. Fly fishing first and foremost, yeah, nothing outside of that.
We actually do like to eat at a couple of places, but I have to say at this point, the Foundry is definitely one of the spots that's right up my list. And yours?
Yeah, any spot that's got craft beer, new spot in Bryanston called 310 Sustainable Eatery, awesome, check it out. But a place that I frequent quite often is La Compagnola in Bryanston as well. Pasta and pizza in common. Yeah.
Definitely awesome. As I said earlier, getting my first skipping pull-ups about 2 weeks ago was like very awesome for me. It took me about 1.5 years to get it. But definitely, sitting here doing this interview for Athletes of the Month with Peter is actually quite awesome. I have to say that is really an accomplishment. Didn't expect it at all. So it's really awesome to think that the coaches are actually thinking we're doing something right, even though, a lot of the times you don't really feel like you're doing something right and you don't feel like you're progressing. But obviously there's method in the madness, and putting some hard work into it, it pays off in the end.
Jeez, I mean, I'm just proud I can stand on my hands these days, but outside of that, I'm going to remove it for myself and say I'm proud of Jumandi. I've always kind of been forceful with exercise, and that, again, the Globo gym years, you read Men's Health, and you've got to train, you've got to eat low fat, you've got to eat low carb, etc., etc. And it was always forced. And it was always, come here Monday, I want you to train. Where now, she actually pulls me out of bed, or she pushes me on Saturdays. I'm still lounging around, and she's already dressed for Ollie. So I'm very proud of her with that regard. Yeah.
That's so cute. So obviously in saying that, I think I have to work really, really hard for the rest of the year to keep Peter happy. No, not to keep Peter happy. Just to, there's still a lot of things that I'd like to accomplish. But at this point, it's just, enjoying it, keeping fit, coming back for more, and having fun.
Yeah, goals, yes. Before 14.2, my goal was to nail my muscle-ups proficiently. I'm going to go back to the drawing board, get more proficient at pull-ups, never mind chest to bar. I very quickly realized after this WOD that my pull-ups are not where they need to be. And it's such a simple movement, you think you've got it after you can do 10. Sorry guys, back to the drawing board and let's start over again. So yeah, that's us.
That's us. Thank you very
Cheers,
much.
bye.
Favorite activity outside of CrossFit, I'm going to have to say computer gaming. It's my little escape from everything else.
And he's a nerd.
Not so much.
Favorite activity outside of CrossFit is definitely around at Wolff, especially the 19th hole is always the best one. Okay, it's paleo beer.
Favorite place to eat in Jozi is, from a non-paleo point of view, for cheap meal will be Oyo, and I think from a place that can do a bit of paleo type food would be, what would you say?
Probably fair enough.
My proudest accomplishment is definitely my first pull-up. It sounds stupid, but I never could do them before, and once I got that right, I was instantly hooked.
Just like my weakest, almost difficult thing at CrossFit, everything I do here is just awesome. Not being able to do a push-up or a pull-up or any type of squats and then doing it for the first time and every time you try it you get better at it, or you push a heavier weights. It's the most indescribably amazing feeling. So everything, I love it so much.
And then my goal for the remainder of the year is to get my mobility sorted. I'd like to be able to do everything on the level 2 sheet, not necessarily the times, but at least be able to get all the motions right.
I think my biggest thing for the coming year is to definitely try out one of the speciality classes, either the endurance or the weightlifting, because I think they can really benefit your everyday your every day-to-day CrossFit workouts. So I definitely want to give those a go and increase my fitness a whole lot, because I'm really bad on the fitness level. That's me.
And that's me, I suppose.
Cool.